Over the last several days, a lot of people have been asking me to update my everyday carry video because the last everyday carry video I did was over a year ago and people see me carry a lot of guns. Well, I hate to break it to people, but I'm still carrying the same gun I did in that video, the Chiappa Rhino. I know you see me carry a lot of different guns and buy holsters for a lot of different guns, but that's just because I'm testing those guns. I won't do a review on them until I've tested them, so I buy a holster for them, carry them for a week, but once I'm done with them, I always go back to my Chiappa Rhino. So I thought I'd take a moment today to show you, though, what I do carry on an everyday basis. And it has changed a little bit, but it hasn't changed much. So we'll start off here with what I carry every day for self-defense, and that is, like I said, my 6-shot 357 Magnum Chiappa Rhino. And I generally carry this gun in a leather outside the waistband holster, like this black leather Winthrop holster that I carry most of the time. I got this holster from eBay. It was very reasonably priced, and it's been a great holster, especially for the money I paid for it. And I also have the brown holster that comes with the gun for when I'm wearing a brown belt and brown shoes because, I'm not a savage. I'm not going to carry a black holster with a brown belt. Next thing I carry would be my case for my reloaders. And I do carry reloads for my revolver. Not because I think I'm going to need more than 6 rounds, but because if I'm ever in a fight and I empty 3 or 4 rounds out of my gun, I want to be able to top it back up. I don't want to be sitting around with a gun that's half empty or even empty if someone else comes in or they have a partner, etc. I want to have a full gun at all times if possible. That's why I carry reloads. That gives me 12 extra rounds of 357 Magnum ammo for a total of 18 rounds of 357 Magnum. I feel I'm prepared for any situation with that. And as you can see, 1 round in every reloader is a sterling silver-plated bullet, just in case of werewolves. And I do have one of these in brown too, because like I said, not a savage. Now this one says NRA on it. I didn't really want it to say NRA on it. I think these were a giveaway sometime when I joined the NRA. But I do have a brown one for when I wear a brown belt and shoes. And next, of course, would be my cell phone. Everyone needs their cell phone with them nowadays. It is an amazing source of information whenever you need to know anything. Plus, it's communication with people if you're ever in a dire situation. So everyone should always carry their cell phone. Now, this one is a little different than the last time I showed you my cell phone. I think back then I had an LG G3 or an LG G4. This is a Galaxy Note 4, and I'm getting ready to upgrade to a Galaxy Note 5, I think, or maybe the Edge phone. But for now, I'm carrying a Galaxy Note 4. Next would be my watch. Every day I do wear a watch, and I just got this one new as a birthday gift from my family. This is a Galaxy Gear S. This is actually a standalone cell phone. It doesn't have to actually be paired to your phone. You can pair it to your phone, and it'll work as a paired device, but if you leave your cell phone at home, this works as a standalone cell phone, actually has its own cell phone number, and numbers will forward from your cell phone to this watch. So I love this watch. It's probably one of the best birthday gifts I've ever gotten. And next is my wallet. I used to carry an RFID blocking wallet from VanQuest, but it's getting a little old. And my son just bought me this one for my birthday. And it should be sparkly clean right now because I just fished it out of the washing machine because I forgot to check the pockets of my jeans before I started my laundry today. There is a reason that I am not usually allowed to do laundry. Now, I say my son bought this for me, but he borrowed the money from me to buy it. And every time I ask him, when are you going to get a job and quit borrowing money from me? When are you going to pay rent? Or why am I feeding you for free? He always uses the same lame excuse of, but I'm only 11 years old. And that excuse is getting pretty tiring. But this is the wallet I carry right now every day. Next is just my car keys. Everyone needs to have their car keys with them every day. I don't carry a lot of extra keys. I find it better to just leave my extra keys in my car and I set at home, so I don't have to carry them with me in my pocket all the time. But still, never underestimate the value of keys. They can make a great weapon if you've got nothing else. Put some keys in your knuckles and punch somebody in the face, and they are not going to have a good day. And next is my pocket knife. Everyone should have a pocket knife. This is a Spyderco Delica 4 that my kids bought me. Now, most people think I shouldn't have sharp objects, but luckily my kids aren't smart enough to realize that. So they got me this for Father's Day a couple years ago, and I've carried it ever since. Now, it's a little bit dirty because I use it every day. If you're anything like me, if you carry a pocket knife, you will use it every day. So everyone should have a pocket knife on them, and I choose to carry my Spyderco Delica 4 that my kids gave me for Father's Day. Next is my flashlight. Everyone should have a flashlight. This is a ThruNite T10T for titanium. And I love this flashlight. I really, really like it. It's got different levels of intensity and it is very bright for a small flashlight. You should always have a flashlight. You never know when you're going to need one for anything from changing a tire to temporarily blinding a hooker so you can run away without paying. So everyone should always have a flashlight, and I choose my ThruNite T10 titanium. Next, a simple tube of chapstick, because you want to keep your lips nice and soft and supple, just in case you find yourself in a situation where you can't fight your way out and you might have to negotiate another way to get yourself out of trouble, if you know what I mean. And another reason to carry the chapstick is it's good for starting fires. You rub this stuff on something, it'll burn. And finally, a simple book of matches when you have to start that fire. Now, a lot of people will be like, why don't you carry a fire starter or even a lighter? Well, I have those things in my car, but with me, I choose to carry matches. Mainly because they have other purposes. If you're on the city bus and you find yourself being a little gassy and there's no old person nearby that you can blame it on, light a match, problem solved. So there you have it, and I will admit that this is far more practical than it is tactical. Maybe I'm not prepared enough, or maybe I'm just not paranoid enough, but I'm quite happy having these items right here as my everyday carry.